Google Stitch made Figma stock drop about 8% in the span of 2 days. So if you're not using Claude Code and Google Stitch combined in 2026, you are seriously giving your competitors an advantage and they're going to end up outperforming you. You see, the number one mistake that people make when asking Claude Code to build them a website is that they rely on it too heavily to make the front end for you. And it's not really a problem with the prompts or the AI model. It's more so of a problem where you're asking Claude Code to do something that it was never designed to do. You see, Claude Code is actually very smart and it's really good at the back end of things. And because of that, it's really good at structuring, logic, reasoning, and analyzing code. However, it's not really that good at the front end design of things. And that's where Google Stitch comes in. So Stitch handles the UI, the design, the visuals. So what happens step by step is that you design the visual in Stitch and then Claude Code takes a look at the code and then proceeds to build it, and then you're ready with a beautiful website. However, I personally think that the best feature for Stitch is that it provides a markdown file called design.md, and what that basically does is it tells Claude Code what visual designs to add, what UI designs to add, what colors to add, and what typography to add. And I think that's really useful because a lot of the times what Claude Code tends to do is to hallucinate or make its own rules or even add things that you've never told it to add. So it's basically just providing a set of rules, telling Claude Code what to follow and what not to do. So if you're not familiar with Google Stitch, it's basically a tool that's made to turn your ideas into real app and web designs. Think of it like having a designer and front-end developer combined into one brain baked into the tool. In the new update, Google has taken it even further. Stitch is now more of a vibe-based tool. Now, before I can show you how it works, I need to set up a connection with Claude Code and Stitch. And there's two ways we can go about it. So let's say that we wanted to do the first way of doing it, which would be getting the design.md file and give it to Claude. We'd highlight both these screens over here. We'd click on export.zip. Then we got a stitch.zip file. We go over to Claude. Now here we have the design markdown file. We'd give it over to Claude. In this case, I want to make a real estate website. And then with this, it would create me a website based off the design markdown file that Stitch makes for me. However, we're not going to be doing it this way. We are going to be doing it through MCP. And so the reason that we're not going to be using the markdown file and we're going to be using an MCP server connection is because it just makes it so much easier and I don't have to keep exporting the markdown file and it just does everything for me. So if you don't know how to set up an MCP server connection, what we do is go to Stitch settings, perfect, and then we'd get our API key, which we haven't created yet, so I'm just going to create it real quick and we copy it. Perfect. Now that we got our API key, what we want to do is we want to copy and paste this into Claude, and I'll leave this in the description so you guys can do the same. And then here where it says API key, we want to paste our API key over here, but I've already done this, so there's no need for me to do that. Alright, perfect. So now that we got our MCP server set up from Claude to Stitch, now we're gonna need inspiration. So the website I've chosen for inspiration is sohohome.com. Also, you can find inspiration in this website called dribble.com or even Pinterest. So if we go over to Dribble, we can, for example, type in landing page. Oh look, there we go. And now these are all inspirations that you could take from. For example, let's say you like this one, you could take a screenshot of it as well, which is really nice, and then you can paste it over to Stitch and you can ask Stitch to make something based around that. Or you can go to Pinterest and you can search up landing page and then you can see all types of designs over here as well. However, I recommend Dribble because it is more suited for web designs and landing pages. It's just better for websites overall. And so what we're going to do is we're going to head over to Stitch, and I've already created a prompt for Stitch, which is pretty short and basic. So I've given the website link, and now here we have our prompt, and now we are going to click generate. And what it will do is in a few minutes, it will create a whole screen for me to see. So we'll come back to when it's being generated for us. Perfect. So we've created the screen, and this is the color scheme that it uses, the typography as well. But here is the actual main screen, and here's the landing page. And as you can see, it's pretty powerful. I mean, it's been designed in a few minutes, and it would take for a lot of designers hours to create something like this. And the fact that it's been created in minutes is really crazy. But for example, let's say we want to make a change. Let's say I want to change the image over here. So what we do is we click on it, and then we click on this pencil icon real quick over here. And as you can see, it says edit image. I'm going to edit with AI. And then I'm going to type, I want to change the image to a light bulb. There we go. And now it's going to be making the change for us and designing it for us. So as you can see now, we have our change and it looks so much better. It looks beautiful, absolutely amazing. I really like the bulb image at the back, which it replaced with the hero image over here, and it just looks very nice overall. And this is something that you can actually sell to businesses as well, which is pretty cool. Yeah, you can even make beautiful websites for yourself, and we can even add variants for the screen. So if we right click it over here, it has different variants for layout, color scheme, images, and you guys can all mess about with this as well. However, I'm not going to mess about with this because I am pretty satisfied with the result that it's given us. Another thing I want to mention is that you can also check the design MD file. So if we go over here, click design systems, we go over here and we can see the design MD. And basically what this is just like a set of rules for Claude, and it just helps Claude understand, okay, these are the rules that I need to stick by. And yeah, it's pretty neat. Perfect. Now we're going to head over to Claude and we're going to build this into a beautiful website. All right, perfect. So now we're in Claude Code and this is our prompt that we are going to be using, and you guys can take a look at it. And we are now going to press generate, and then Claude Code is going to help us develop the back end of the website, and the front end is all being handled by Stitch. So let's click enter. All right, perfect. And then I'll come back when this is done and made. All right, perfect. So here we have our website made and done for us by Claude Code, and I'm going to open it and see how it looks so far. And wow, okay, yeah, this is looking really good. Even at the soft animations as well, as I can see, wow, it looks really nice and clean, just the way we want it to look and exactly how it looked in Stitch. It's really, really nice. Wow, this is amazing. And what's crazy is, wow, this took only a few minutes as well. What would take normally hours and hours, or even days or weeks, can be made in literally minutes with no coding experience. That's the craziest part. That is so crazy. And we can go to collections. This works as well. See, yeah, add to cart works as well. Wow. Oh my god, it's amazing. Prices are a bit insane. We got a story. Nice. We can contact as well. Amazing. And you know, if you're actually building this for an actual business, you can add the actual details of the business, which is pretty nice. You can sell these websites and common questions as well, which are answered. Wow, it's really nice. This is proof that Google Stitch and Claude Code combined together is really powerful. It's actually crazy. And there we go, guys. That's Google Stitch and Claude Code combined. And as you guys can see, that is pretty powerful. I mean, even I was shocked. That was crazy how amazing that really was. And the website looked really professional, something that we would need to hire a team of front-end developers and designers, and it would probably take hours, days, or even weeks to actually make. The fact that it was made in a few minutes is really insane. The best part is how much time it actually saves you. Imagine having a whole team, how much the cost would be and how much time it would cost you. But the fact that it was made in a few minutes with just 2 tools, it's insane. So now, if you've got something in your head or an idea that you really want to bring to life, there's no excuse to not start. So if you enjoyed this and found this useful, stick around, subscribe, leave a like in the video. Got a lot more content coming about tools like this, about coding and automations and working smart and not harder. So if you've got any questions, drop them down in the comments. I'll answer them, and hopefully I can reach back to you and help you guys out. And that's it for today, guys. Take care. Bye.